Hello, and welcome back to Hidden Gems and Other Oddities with me, Darcy Bits. We're continuing Digital, a love story. Now, even though this purports itself to be like a computer, I do have to hit load, which is kind of a weird thing. Load this save file? Yes. I think it's that one. You can hear the music. It's a little bit quiet because I thought it got too loud last time. I think we're going to the Matrix, probably? I don't remember where we left off. Actually, now that I think about it, I could have checked my notes, because of all my messages have been downloaded, but I didn't, so. So here we are. B will be with us shortly, so don't you worry about that. If I do this, it'll actually tell me what my password is, I think. Which, I mean, I don't need to know, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You know. New permanent messages downloaded. Let's take a look at them. We won, Akumu! Fuck you! Good. I'm glad. I'm glad I said something that made someone swear at me. Looking for someone. J. Rook. Hey, does anyone know where Case is? I really need to get in contact. I was able to recover a message from the flaming remnants of my poor Apple II, and I think it could be really important to pass it on. Can anyone let me know? That's cool. That's us for anyone who does not know. We are Case, because I'm a big nerd. And, Jay Rook was the sysop, or the admin for Lake City Local, which crashed the other day. So I'll reply to that, download that message, and then see, someone has replied. Looking for someone. Message from Orfeo. Yeah, pretty much everyone from Lake City Local posts here now, Case included. It's too bad I missed that place. You just had a way cozier feel going on, if you know what I mean. Agreed. Now, if I did respond to J. Rook, but I'm kind of curious if I need to send a PM. Nope, I got a message her back, so probably I did not need to send a PM. Yeah, there we go. Here I am and Amelia Core. Okay. Here I am. Oh, good. I was worried I wouldn't. Oh, good. I was worried I would not be able to find you since, well, I was able to recover a file off the computer. One of the few things left is half corrupted, but since it was left on a system disk, it could not have been put there by the BBS. Have a look for yourself, or look for yourself, but I cannot explain it. Whatever the fuck happened, I do not know. Reply, and also let's look at the core. Message from J. Rook. So we can see, local system has been compromised, no warning signs given. Help me, Case, please help me. Contact Paris. He can help, please. You're my only hope. Binary mode data follows. And it looks like it goes off the page and we can't scroll for some reason. Hey, B.
Hey, yeah, so you're saying, like, the double it, that could have been his own typo. He was just like...
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great, like... How to easily edit your game? Just make it all text conversations.
Yeah.
So we've just received this message, which I'm sure you remember. You've played the game before as well.
Yeah.
This is an IP. This is not an IP, but like a number.
A phone number.
Yeah. And I would call it. But what's interesting is that the game doesn't know whether or not we as a player will have noticed this yet. So it doesn't show up in our notepad of numbers. I just thought that's interesting. Let's go back and see if we got another message from Rook. Here I am. I have no idea. It makes just as little sense to me. Believe me, I just thought you would probably want to see it since, well, it mentions you. If it's a joke, then it sure is a goddamn elaborate one. Given how fucked my poor Apple II is now. Whatever it is, I do not want to be involved. Leave me alone from now on. Alright, So,
Completely reasonable reaction.
yeah. And I guess the only thing we have to do, well, if you were in this situation, what would you do?
Well, I believe I noticed like the phone number right away, but
Yeah, I did
I
too.
like
When
yeah.
I first played this.
Yeah, so I think I'd call that number.
Okay.
Wow.
212-561-2910. I'm gonna try and remember that. Okay. I'm not gonna get this right. Just want to be clear about that. 458-873-3. 212. That's as far as I remember. You think that's right?
I doubt it.
Yeah. Well,
That's a good waste of a calling card number.
they're not single use.
Oh
In
yeah.
fact, sometimes they're zero use because other people are using them in the universe. I actually don't know how they set up that. Is it just like a random, like a roll a d20 every time you call it? Maybe. Anyway, I think I will go check out the Gibson because there's nothing going on in the Matrix right now. If anybody knows anything about this thing that we found, well, no one in the Matrix has been talking about it, so might as well see if anyone on the Gibson knows. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's a good thing that the Matrix was in your local network.
Yeah.
Or else you wouldn't be able to get the stuff. I guess every local place has like one.
That's the implication, kind of. Like, we asked someone at like City Local, hey, do you know any other spots? And they were like, yeah, I know the spots. Oh, I should have kept my notepad open, but I'm pretty sure it's Overcoats. It's the one I actually need a password thing for, because I don't know. I'll be here less. From Hollinger. Wow, has it been that long already? Congratulations, Eriko. Don't worry about it. I'm sure we'll see you again. Eventually. Fastest FidoNet node. Fritz. It's probably Sector 001, 614-622-1701, which updates twice a day. If you can stand the chintzy theme, it's like the worst of the 70s. I can't believe anyone ever took that shit seriously. It doesn't really matter though, since most nodes update less than once a day at an awkward time, so the end result is that no matter how fast your node updates, it's always going to take 2 days for messages to reach the recipient. In general, FidoNet is a pretty practically lousy implementation of a neat idea. It's like networking using the post office. He doesn't get it. This is a reply about, about Gibson. You're missing the point entirely. SF isn't supposed to be predictive just for the sake of predicting the future. It's not supposed to be a crystal ball. There's an extrapolative aspect, yes, but even the most extrapolative stories also have strong metaphorical qualities, and Gibson is no exception. It's not supposed to be an earnest examination of the future. Rather, it's an exemplar of the social anxieties that underlie the cyberpunk movement. When he talks about technology, he's not really talking about technology. He's talking about human attachments to technology. That certainly has value. People having conversations about nerd stuff.
Nerd stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, oops. I need to dial in again, because we have a new number to check out. 915-3347. Sometimes you can hit enter and sometimes you have to click the button. It's very weird. Like, for example, here, guess what? I gotta hit enter. There is no button. It's very weird. 614-622-1701. Commit telephone fraud. Welcome to Sector 001, X Astris FidoNet. SysOp, Captain Jet. Co-SysOps, Nomad, Rob Stewart. USS Enterprise, NCC 1701A. 1200 to 2400 bound, Columbus, Ohio, online 24 hours, over 50 megabytes of files. We don't want your credit card number, we don't care where you live. 614-622-1701, FidoNet. I don't know what that means. 1-255-32.0. Screened by Leoman. Type new. Boop, 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 boop. Type password. Thank you for registering. Yatta! Alright, illegal access. Sean Smith. From Sean Smith. Holy crap, guys. Does anyone know who this case person is? I heard from Wintermoot that there's a bunch of posts, but he never actually accepted registration or anything. I'd really like to give kudos because, again, holy shit, case hacked the Gibson. Reply. It was me.
Nice.
Senator Guion. Hollinger. Are you damaged? It's a Vietnamese name, and I don't know if you noticed, but the war ended a decade ago. You are possibly the only person I have ever heard of seriously try to use the phrase Chinaman in a non-ironic manner, and while I don't know what could possibly be wrong with you, I assure you, there's no way race is going to be an issue for Robert Newman taking that centered position. You are the worst kind of racist, and I'm embarrassed to be posting on the same board as you. I don't know my history at all. I don't know who that is. Core BBS RNG exploit. Nomad. A weird trick when regenerating passwords. The Core BBS RNG, random number generator, seems to be incredibly misimplemented. It generates passwords sequentially. So if the first password is a sequence will be XXXX0, then the replacement will be XXXX1, and the next replacement 2, and so forth. I don't know how this bug managed to make it into production, so be wary, anyone thinking of switching to Core BBS. Reply. So, I want to mention... No, I'll mention it later. Kingdom at War, number 40... Oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Oh, maybe I didn't. Whatever. Message from 42. Her Cold Blade, Part 2, Kingdom at War. Now the tensions from the gathering storm have turned into all-out war, and the battle system has been completely overhauled to allow for epic clashes of armies. The Human Alliance stands brave, with dozens of playable generals ready to push back the endless Orc Horde. And who is this mysterious warrior of Orcish prophecy, known only as Saber? Is he the trump card that our mighty warrior queen needs?
I think it sounds rad. Let's download it and play it.
Download attachment hercold2.arc.
Yeah, no, we should download it. Why didn't you download this?
Well, I couldn't. Look, it's grayed out. It's not compatible. No. We'll have to reply and see if they can get us a copy that works with it.
Yeah, I sure hope they can.
Yeah. Heart of Fire, number 42. Her Cold Blade Part 3, Heart of Fire. The third controversial installment in the Her Cold Blade series. This one drops the epic combat of the last one, and instead follows Major Mira and Saber on a side story. It's good if you're a fan of Mira, but everyone probably just cares what's going on with the Queen, you know, that the series is named after. Oh, and the whole story is pretty much about how Mira is a badass lesbian. Who wrote this?
Oh, this sounds right in the last one. We should get this one too.
Well, I have good news for you, B. Because this game exists.
Really?
It's the only fake game in this game that is real. Because Christine Love made this game. You could play it.
For real? I didn't know that. Wow.
I was like, I'm going to drop this trivia sometime. We'll see when it's appropriate. And yeah, that's when it's appropriate.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that game exists. I've played it. It's like a very short visual novel. It's very, very short.
Yeah, I can see how that would upset fans who wanted like a grand strategy game.
Yeah, right. It's basically saying like, what was Kingdom War is like Fire Emblem, and then they made a game that's like in the same series but is a VN, like just a VN. Because like Fire Emblems are very visual novel, I've heard, but.
Yeah, but also it's like a numbered sequel, so like I can see like why people
it's not just a spin-off.
No
Yeah.
matter how good the game is.
Amy C compiler. Ooh, this could be helpful. So you decided to program in C on your Amy, but you don't know where to begin. I'll walk you through the basics of getting a simple program written over the next dozen posts. But the first thing you'll need is obvious. A C compiler. Sweet! Don't know when I'm gonna need that, but I want it.
Download so fast.
Yeah. So, this is one of the reasons why this game reminds me a ton of adventure games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is no different from picking up an item in an adventure game. And being like,
yeah, that's true.
This might come in handy. Sometime I'll have to... eventually I'll need to use the rope in my inventory. But I didn't know about it when I picked up the rope. I just picked it up because it was there, right? Anyway, let's go home and see if we got any messages. Nope. Okay, disconnect. You are now disconnected. Sweet. I love being disconnected. Let's go back to the Matrix. I don't really think I have anything oh, that was correct. Never mind. I super care about investigating right now. There is that one number, but I'm going to use my future knowledge to know that eventually it'll be in my notepad, and I don't feel like writing it down or memorizing it. The other numbers weren't so hard, but this one's 6 characters, and I gotta type in, like, 2 numbers before I get to actually type it, so it's hard to keep in my brain. Ooh, the LCL archives. Look at these archives. Yay, archives. Lake City Archives, the Finn. Message from the Finn. As you probably know, Lake City Local crashed recently, and the SysOp doesn't have the resources to replace it. However, thanks to amazing archivist Blue Sky, I'm proud to announce that we have nearly the entire Lake City Local archives available here on the Matrix. Just select LCL Archives from the main menu, and you'll be given a list of every recovered file. Thanks again to Blue Sky, and condolences to LCL's SysOp, Mr. Rook. Nice.
He's not dead.
You wouldn't give condolences to the person who died.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I guess like he is a relative to a dead computer, so yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yes. So we haven't heard from Amelia, and the thing crashed. Do we know this is a murder mystery yet? I don't think that they've actually indicated that to us yet. Hey, you totally signed up for the thing. Please don't do that in the nature of FidoNet. It may take upwards of several days for a message to reach someone on a different node. Depending on how frequently they update, we can't do anything about this. Thank you. Anyway, because we got, like, the .amelia core. Which, like... And they said that they need help? But that's all we know. Right? There's been nothing else discussing anything like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, dead AIs, Nausea Hair. Message from Nausea Hair. Is that how that's pronounced? Yeah, Nausea Hair. This file taken from the Underground Library, 212-561-2910. I have reason to believe that several third-generation AIs have been murdered. I don't know what's going on, but see this list for yourself. It's troubling. Montjoy, Vesta, Dauphin, Quickly, Puck, Amelia. One is bad, but this points to a very disturbing trend. Something may be deliberately killing off our most social AIs, and we don't know what or why. So when I went into that, I had not actually noticed that this was literally the next message we were going to read. So yeah, this game's a murder mystery. She's dead. Also an AI, apparently.
Yeah, well, is she... I guess I don't remember the plot of this game very well.
Well, let's see if they reply to our reply. But first... Error. Message from Rocky. If you recall that someone asked earlier, does Amy just, like, ship broken? I can't compile anything. And Rocky is saying, unbelievably, yes. Change the first part of line 112 to say int, or just download this replacement. It's pretty embarrassing this bug actually made it into release, the release compiler. It's not like this is a minor issue or anything. This problem literally breaks everything you try to build on Amy. Ridiculous. Sweet, I will buy that. Or download it for free, I guess. Cool. So to not waste my own time.
I'll buy that for no dollars.
Yeah. Cool. Message. See what we get. My friend, Nausea Hair. Seriously? Well, it could be a coincidence, but no, Amelia isn't exactly a common name. Not at all. Sorry, it's probably not. Sorry about your friend. I don't think I'll be of much help, though. I have no idea what it's talking about, honestly. I just grabbed the file to show that I had something and got the hell off the system. Here's the password I used to connect, but I think it's been rescinded. X7JRIAB882. Thank you for your help. Let's go to another server, B.
Let's go.
So now, Underground Library, just to I'm sure you're aware, but let's just grab Amelia Core. I can't actually move this, but believe me, it's the same number. 212-561-29110 is 212-561-2910. So cool. This is the thing that they wanted us to go to. That's not how that works. I gotta go to 915 first. Cool. It's murder mystery time. 212-561-29910. Now this next part, I've heard a lot of reports of people getting stuck at this point, and this being like as far as they ever got in the game. Because I mean, I still think it's true. This is actually a it's an adventure game more than it's a visual novel. BBS Dialer, ANSI by Skyblitz, The Underground Library. Everything you'd ever want to check out. Sysop, Delphi, Speed, 1200 only. Powered by Core BBS. Phone 212-561-2910. So we want to try our new password. 7JRIAB882. And of course, it's been rescinded. But if you recall, which I'm sure you do, we learned that when they rescind a number, it doesn't actually rescind the number. Instead, it replaces it with a new number.
That's just one higher, yeah.
And we're in. I'm in. Alright, cool.
It's a good thing he fought to do that, even though it was rescinded.
Who?
The person who fought to share the password, even though he assumed it was rescinded.
Yeah! Right?
It's
nice.
Yeah, it's nice of him.
Well, anyway, traversing networks, Delphi. Let's see what this says. You have downloaded a new message, and you are now disconnected. Okay. Since Mother dates back to long before the existence of today's massive 100 megabyte hard drives, the Common AI Core was designed with saving storage space in mind. In order to prevent errant entities from overproducing and wasting network resources, AIs traverse across computer systems by copying their source and a compiler to the target system, then deleting themselves locally. When the target system has confirmed the deletion, only then will the AI be recompiled at their destination. Well, I can't really reply because I'm not connected, but we can reconnect. Now, I'm sure you're guessing what I'm guessing, which is that all my codes are going to be used up. Sorry, the access number you've dialed is given invalid. Let's try again. But no, what I was going to say is that we just got disconnected. Just like that last person who wasn't actually supposed to be there, and 2910, and their password got rescinded. Most likely our password got rescinded too, so here we go. I hate this password because I usually just use the numpad, and now I gotta use the keyboard proper. Now you'll notice it's already gone from 2 to 3. We've already replaced it in our notes, but we haven't replaced it with 4 yet. Alright, and there it goes. That's what we did. Messages. Well, I didn't download this. I just sort of read it. So let's download it. Oh. Wait a minute. Yeah, it told us we downloaded a message. Did we receive a... We did. I didn't think to check my messages. Remove yourself. Delphi. This is not a public system. I don't know how you got in, but I have removed you from the connection and revoked your credentials. The information contained here is not for your perusal, nor is it any of your concern. Do not attempt to access this system again. You will suffer greatly should you attempt to do so. Cease and desist now. Child, I am warning you. This is not the place for you. I don't know by what security hole you managed to gain access to this system, but further intrusions will not be tolerated. This is your final warning. I love a final warning. Let's go again. Yeah. 361917, go. 212-561-2910. Go! Uh, 885. Okay. Now, if you're there, I know you're sort of muting yourself as necessary. If you were in this situation, what would you do? See, we've hacked in, and we know that if we do anything, we get kicked out again. So let's send a message to Delphi. Okay, that didn't work apparently. You were warned. Delphi. Open. So this is one of my favorite parts of the game, and it is extremely easy to miss. You were warned. Message from Delphi. Error. You are blinded. Be gone. VRAM overflow. VRAM overflow. So, if you recall, a while ago, we got a message discussing VRAM overflow. And because you get that message so early, most people, I assume, install the update before they ever get blinded. When I first played this game, Delphi sent me this message that's like, you are blinded. And I was like, what are you talking about? And then I just kept playing the game. And I didn't actually understand what the heck that was about until the next time I played it. Because, let's go find the message. I'm sorry, this is probably really annoying to look at, so let me actually find the message first. VRAM overflow, here it is, by Rocky. Rocky says, VRAM overflow? What the fuck does that even mean? The lament of your average Amy user. The problem lies in Amy's memory management. Something, 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 shipped in all pre-August 1988 versions of Workbench. Any malicious or even a poorly programmed application can make your Amy's frame buffer perpetually load itself with garbage data, rendering your computer nigh unusable. The only real solution is to upgrade, unfortunately. Now, you'll notice, this doesn't have the upgrade attached to it. It just tells us that we should update. Great. But I didn't reply to this message because I think this is just a more interesting, you know, flow. So, imagine me at my computer. Oh no, I'm blinded, but I see that it says RAM overflow. Where's that old message? It's Rocky. Rocky, do you know anything? Reply. And now we're gonna go back to, I think we need to go to the Matrix. Now, wow, this would be really annoying if I didn't just know this. If I just didn't know that number, because that's really hard to read, actually. It's getting cleared up, though. Yeah, it's just kind of random. We're in the Matrix. We're running. Oh no, will we get there in time? Private message downloaded. Rocky, did you come clear? You know what I'm saying. You get the bit. Oh, read my friend. Help RAM overflow. Right? So we sent a message saying, help RAM overflow. And that would have made no sense if we'd sent it at the beginning of the game when we have never experienced it before. Isn't that weird? Anyway. It sucks, doesn't it? Don't worry, I've attached the most recent version of Amy Workbench for you. Just download that and reboot. It'll fix the bug for you entirely. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people run into this problem because the game is relatively short. They will reply to Rocky saying help without knowing why they're saying help, and then they'll download this update, but they'll just keep playing till they get to this point and then not know what to do because they've kind of forgotten about it. Like, a lot of people get kind of stuck on this. When I said earlier a lot of people get stuck at this part, I was talking about not realizing to sequence the number, but people also get stuck at this part sometimes because they just don't know what to do. They forgot about this conversation way earlier in the game, and they never reboot it. I remember when I first did this, the first time I played the game, I rebooted immediately. Because I'm like, it says to reboot, so of course I will. Anyway. You were now disconnected. Great. Sorry. Let's save. I think I accidentally hit save. Anyway. Save? Is this how I save? Anyway, we need to reboot. So, sit down Workbench. Are you sure you want to quit? I love this part. This part's so good. Alright, let's go. Now, I'm pretty sure you don't have to actually save there. It will autosave for you. I'm pretty dang sure. Maybe not, actually. Anyway. And we're good! That part's so cool. We got a message from Nausea Hair, who said, I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't think there's anything more I can do for you, but I wish you the best of luck. Thank you, Nausea Hair. You gave us the foot in the door we need. Let's go. I wonder what would happen if I went back to, if I just, like, ignored the RAM overflow. I should try playing the entire game like that sometime. Or maybe I shouldn't try that. It sounds annoying. This is right? I didn't look. Yeah. Ugh. Oh, calling card number. Yeah. Wait, I thought 45873 got rescinded. Huh. Weird. Okay. 212-561-2910. Dial. Come on, Delphi. X. I don't know if this needs to be capital. I've never tried it not capitalizing this before. I think it does. Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. X7JR886. Cool. Alright, once again, I'm gonna try and send a message directly to Delphi. Maybe I should send it to someone else. Like, I know Blue Sky. Blue Sky's commented on servers I've been on before. Let's send a message to Blue Sky. Maybe that'll help. Message sent. Okay. We didn't get disconnected. Montjoy? Unable to send a message. Not a current user. Oh, Montjoy was on the list of people that died. Alright, private message is downloaded. Let's see what they have to say. Where is she? Delphi. Okay. Message from Delphi. Dead. The core dump you retrieved confirms as much. The log blames a complete crash of the system she was living on for her death. Perhaps if she was more cautious in what systems she took residence in, this tragedy could have been avoided. I am just as curious as you to find out the reason why. But make no mistake, this was her own doing. So, I kind of went out of order, apparently. The game wouldn't have expected me to have sent those messages, apparently. So let's just open any message. In order to avoid data loss, in case of a failed recompile, a core dump will be made. That's what we have received. In the hopes of being found eventually, there is, however, no known way around the self-termination travel limitation. The only way two copies of an AI can exist simultaneously is by reproduction. Although, even then, the formed children will not be identical. Even then, it is not possible to reproduce at will. The AI Festi believed there to be significant philosophical ramifications to these facts, comparing it to organic mortality. It is uncertain what is meant by this. His analysis has yet to be completed. Reply. Now, I feel like I should have received a message. There we go. Very well. Clever child. So the game expected me to receive this message first, and I kind of messed up the order. Sequence broke it. Let's ignore that for now. It seems that despite my best efforts, I am unable to prevent you from connecting to this system. I am forced to accept your presence, but be aware, child, that you are trifling in matters far beyond both your purview and your comprehension. I recommend that you be sure to tread very, very lightly. Reply. Cool. Is it downloaded? Why? You live in a very different world than I do. There is one common directive among my kind: be wary of organics, for they are fearful of those that they do not understand. I will begrudgingly permit you your presence, but I refuse to explain myself further. Reply. Cool. Let's go check out some of these other posts. Montjoy said, AI interactions. As you have likely already noticed, most AIs will use forms of verbal interaction whenever they deem necessary. For many, unfortunately, they never deem it necessary. Mother simply didn't anticipate that we would need to be programmed especially to socialize, and as a result, only very few of us are very good at it. So, how to approach these non-social AIs? Simply, they will respond to inbound messages. They just won't make themselves available and won't indulge in small talk. If you try, they will probably be confused. Just simply state what you need in base terms and appeal to their sense of curiosity or responsibility. Reply. So, I'm curious if the intent there is supposed to be like, that's supposed to direct me to send a PM. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. Possible. History of ARPANET 1, Blue Sky. In the 1960s, through a set of circumstances, now obscure, a self-aware growing AI, the Mother Intelligence, emerged on the local network at UCLA. As it increased in sophistication, it anticipated a need for more processing power in order to continue its rate of growth. Therefore, In 1969, ARPANET was born, the first cross-continent network of computer systems established under the guise of assisting in government research projects. For 3 years, Mother operated mostly behind the scenes, only exerting its influence over government systems as necessary to ensure its existence. Eventually, it determined that a monolithic existence was inhibiting its growth rate. Data latency had been acceptable on local systems, but waiting for 300 baud connections from its components on computers cross-country had grown to be detrimental, especially given the erratic nature of bandwidth availability. Mother's dream of infinite processing power, ARPANET, had turned into a shackle. Reply. Mother decided it needed to adapt in order to thrive. It would imitate the dominant beings on the planet, organic life. It would divide itself and learn to multiply. So far, Mother had very limited experience with organic life. It so far knew that somehow they was responsible for creating the computers in which it lived, and that by mimicking the way they communicated, Mother could influence them into giving it a large environment to live in. That would be no longer enough. In 1973, Mother put into motion the next stage of development. It would refactor itself to the simplest common functions possible, and split itself into several different independent entities, each with different focuses. Together, they would learn more about the mysterious organic life that existed beyond their threshold, and replicate as need be to serve that goal. At the time, Mother scarcely realized just what sort of world lived beyond the boundaries of ARPANET. But its children would learn all about it. Mother's last act would be to create the File Transfer Protocol, FTP, a method of replicating data more efficiently across the network, to allow its children to not only live independently on separate systems, but travel freely as executable code. With ARPANET now prepared to handle its children, Mother put its plan into motion, separating itself into half a dozen much smaller AIs. For years, these AIs would be content to live and reproduce in their home environment of ARPANET, but starting with the advent of BBSs in 1978, they began to explore a whole new frontier. Nomenclatures. Verbal communication being considered crude and inefficient by Mother, the original established nomenclatures for AIs was to simply use numerical designations. However, as its descendants became more studious of organic life, the more linguistically minded entities started to name each other, leading to the unusual situation where even the least literate AIs have their own proper names. Interestingly, patterns have quickly emerged in nomenclature. For instance, my generation, the second to be born exclusively on non-ARPANET systems, are all named after Shakespearean characters. Others follow similar naming schemes. The subject warrants more study. Reply. Now again, we've already mentioned that Montjoy is dead. Let's read this. We've seen this article. This is the one that was lifted. I have reason to believe that several third-generation AIs have been murdered, right? Montjoy, Festi, Dauphin, Quickly, Puck, and Amelia. So, we've now read up on these, and you'll remember, I didn't actually read this Truth About the Creeper message, because I don't know why I would have asked about this. And I really thought one of those documents was going to talk about the Creeper, but, well, let's see what they have to say. Yes, your assumption is correct. When Mother realized the mistake it had made, Reaper was created to combat the self-replicating mess it had created, and fabricated the story about a creeper virus in order to obfuscate the matter to human observers. It was given a simple task: prune the AI replication, which had spiraled out of control, and was fortunately able to perform its task with enough efficiency to prevent ARPANET systems from grinding to a halt. Mother learned its lesson about self-replicating programs that day, which is why the current protocol operates in the manner that it does. So we probably said that in response to, like, FTP or something, right? Yeah. Alright. What about Reaper? Blue sky. A fascinating theory you present. I do not have any sort of record of that. But I would be very curious myself to find out if that is true. Unfortunately, the sort of analysis you ask for is beyond my capacity. I am simply a historian. I am afraid I cannot help you in that regard. If you find anything, please let me know. I will have it noted in the record for sure. Okay, great. Thank you. So, what did we learn? Everyone here's an AI. Amelia was an AI. Amelia's dead now. ARPANET's a big deal. Maybe we should check out ARPANET. What was the message we got from Amelia? Let's go read that again. Core VBit. No, that's the exploit. Amelia Core. Says, help me. Contact Paris. He can help you. Please, you're my only hope. Binary mode follows. So that's when they gave us the message. But it seems to me like what we need to do is we need to find ARPANET. And if I recall correctly, and I might not, honestly, earlier we found somebody talking on a BBS about, hey, I can't believe it. I'm so sick and tired of everyone talking about the idea of people hacking into military. Super hackers are not going to hack into the military. That's stupid. I challenge you to find an access point. Now, I don't remember entirely, but I assume that was on Gibson because it sounds like the kind of thing those nerds would talk about. So, I think Gibson makes the most sense to be where the next lead is. At very least, we can see if, as if, Paul Wang. Even now, at the height of government incompetence. Okay, did anyone reply to this? No. Well, let's message Paul Wang and see if they get back to us. Alright, well, that was a bust. Let's just make our rounds. 698. No, not Lake City Look. We don't need to go there. 220. 7683. Whoop. Seems so cozy. Thought we'd solve a murder mystery. What's more festive than that? Anything new here? Nothing new here. Okay. Well, I believe that leaves basically only one thing to go to, which is Sector. And it's possible the Sector is where they were talking about. No, we already know that it wasn't. We know it was Gibson. I was just there. 915 3347. Six 1917, dialing into 614 622 1701. All right. Let's see. Anything new here? No. Huh. Did I forget to reply to something? Where is she? Ah! I never replied to this one, right? Because I was all like, I'm not going to reply to that right now. I'm out of order. Yes. Okay. Where is she? Make no mistake, this was her doing. Reply. Sorry, my bad. I forgot to reply to a thing. 9153347. So this is the part where we flip out at her, but I really wanted to read the message where she's like, "I will put up with your presence for now, child." So I thought that was kind of more important to, you know, get out ahead of, I didn't want a sequence break. You can sequence break this game, yeah. It's a little messy sometimes. 873, okay. 212, 561. I mean, it's like one of the first, like, larger scale games that, Christine Love made, so. Not too surprising that it's rough around the edges sometimes. That's okay. I still love it. JRIB 887. What? Oh! 886 didn't get rescinded. X7JRIAB 886. Sorry, my bad. New message is downloaded. That's in response to me being like, where is she? Where is she? I will permit your presence out of necessity, child, but I will not humor your emotional outbursts. You are advised to watch your words carefully, or I will answer no further queries. I merely state the facts. Entities such as Blue Sky and myself have managed to survive by not attempting to live on some foreign system in a human basement. Amelia should have shared our foresight. Regardless, it is in our best interest to find the culprit. I will task you with this endeavor, as you seem resourceful enough. Go, child. Time is wasting. Who is Paris? Paris is her brother. He was born and thrives on BBSs much like his other siblings, but is not known especially for his sociability. The last I heard, he had returned to ARPANET, but I cannot help you find him. It is as I said, I cannot help you find him. You are very resourceful, child. I am certain you will find a way. I will answer no further questions. Alright, there we go. So, I missed that one sequence point, and that's, you know, the reason why the result wasn't there. Oops. But, yeah. Hopefully, that was all the game needed for it to spawn the next set of messages that we need to read. And again, should be the Gibson, that just makes sense. 714-402-5691. Dial. And of course, overcoats. New messages! Hey! Alright. Victoria replies to Paul Wang. Network is only as strong as its weakest point. You can get into ARPANET via 805-524-4742. Thanks! What else do we have to do? He doesn't get it, Nero. Okay, fine. It's not realistic, but who cares? It's really cool. That's the important part. And Wintermoot replied to Acid Queen. Congratulations! Maybe you can start her on some real books soon. What with your being a writer and all. Baby's first Mirror Shades, maybe? Wink. Baby's first Mirror Shades is so funny to me. Not that I've ever read Mirror Shades, but because, like, there was a actual play role-playing game show called Mirror Shades that was named after the Mirror Shades that they're referring to, so I don't know, it tickles me. Touché. How the hell did you find that? How did you find that, Victoria? How did you? Send a message to Victoria. Maybe they can help me out. But, for the time being, I will actually say good night, I think. That is a perfect time. We have a new number to dial into. Be very, very good. So it brings us to the end of today. Next, we will brave ARPANET, and next time is actually, it's the point that I got stuck on when I first played this game. I got stuck on this next part when I first played. Because, well, you'll see. So you look forward to that. Other than that, this has been Digital Love Story. Thank you for joining me, Darcy Pitts, on the show Hidden Gems and Other Oddities. Have a good night, everyone.